Are you done?
Don't you just hate it when you leave that tap open and then there's leaks in your tap? Yeah, well, that actually happened in NVIDIA, which has a streaming cloud game thing, and a lot of upcoming games and current games are leaked on this, so the pipe basically burst with this thing, so we're gonna make fun of it and talk about it. So hey there friends, how's it going? My name is Lightning8. So today we have a lot of games, a lot of speculations, and some are true, some are not. So let's find out which ones are without further ado. So first off, NVIDIA is a game in Icon, I believe. Well, it's a big thing. Anyway, so they have their own streaming game type shtick, and they were kind of data mined, I believe. And there's a lot of games that were actually found. Of course, I'm not gonna name them all. I'm just gonna name games that interest me, games that might cover on the channel, and just general games that I think are pretty cool that are coming to PC potentially. Not are coming, but potentially, because there's some weird ones over here. So let's dive straight into it. So first off, the first games that we're going to actually see that are very interesting is this. As you can see right here, Final Fantasy 9 Remake, a very weird number. They skipped Final Fantasy 8 and went straight to Final Fantasy 7 and Final Fantasy 9 Remake, so of course nobody loves FF8 at Square Enix, so that's something. Tactics Remaster, I am really open to that, and more mentioned in the NVIDIA GeForce Now leak. So Final Fantasy 9 Remake, I don't think it's a thing. I mean, it could happen, but Final Fantasy 7 Remake just finished part 1, and most likely it's gonna be a minimum 3-part series. So it's gonna take a while to finish Final Fantasy 7. And Final Fantasy 9 is a very iconic Final Fantasy, I guess, but yeah, it's a very weird title. Remaster for Tactics, I can see happening actually. I would have liked Final Fantasy 13 Remaster, but hey, there's a whole list of games in that leak. It may be there, who knows. But this is for PC, so I wouldn't really know if it'll come to PlayStation. But there's still a huge list that I still haven't touched upon. And there's some stuff that are not even like on a screenshot. I'll just say what I saw. So yeah, so the next batch of games consists of Kingdom Hearts 4. Imagine Namora seeing this. Oh, that's hilarious. So yeah, Kingdom Hearts 4 is actually found within this like data mine. Now of course, take it with a grain of salt. It could be fake, could be real, but of course we know Kingdom Hearts 4 is coming sometime soon, and next year is the 20-year anniversary of Kingdom Hearts, and just realizing that, I feel old as hell because I'm only 2 years bigger. 2 years bigger than the Kingdom Hearts franchise, so that means I'll be 22 next year. God, I'm almost dead. Anyway, so yeah, that's an interesting title to just data mine. So there's your reveal for Kingdom Hearts 4. And a few more titles. And needless to say, there's a lot of games on here, over 18,000. Again, take it not only with a grain of salt, not only a pinch of salt, but the 1 kg salt that you buy from your local supermarket. There. So yeah, good mix of existing games upcoming and total curveballs. Number one of them being a Final Fantasy 7 Remake PC port, which I can see happening because they do this all the time with PlayStation exclusives. So yeah, I can see this happening. I suppose remake of Final Fantasy 9, again, I don't know how to feel about this. I mean, I'm happy if it does come true, but again, will it go the Final Fantasy 7 route where they make one part in one area, or will it be a one-for-one remake and yeah, that'll be interesting. A new remaster of the classic JRPGs from the original PlayStation, Final Fantasy Tactics, and Chrono Crisis. Chrono Cross, I was gonna say Chrono Crisis. But yeah, Chrono Cross as well. That's a very interesting stuff. I can honestly see the remasters happening for the PC. That's very, very possible. The Final Fantasy VII Remake port, I think that's definitely gonna happen. But Final Fantasy 9 Remake, it could happen, but in the long distant future. Not now, but hey, I've been wrong in the past. And on Sony's side of the leakage that is this entire debacle, they said that games such as God of War, Ghost of Sushi, all PlayStation exclusives are gonna come to the portable computer device known as the PC. And then we have the Nintendo Switch exclusives, which I don't know if Nintendo are up to sharing. I really don't. They said Bayonetta 3, which we've all been waiting for, and Shin Megami Tensei 5. So that's very interesting stuff. I don't think it'll happen, but it's interesting. Which I definitely raise eyebrows. But these are the interesting titles I'm actually very interested for. Dragon's Dogma 2 I never play, but that seems cool. Kingdom Hearts 4. Well, Kingdom Hearts has ruined my life, so of course I care about this game. Monster Hunter 6. Never played Monster Hunter, really want to. Tekken 8. Tekken 8. Okay, we actually knew that's gonna happen. And Street Fighter 6. Dragon's Dogma 2, Monster Hunter 6, I don't know much about, so possibly. Tekken 8 and Street Fighter 6, I can definitely see them doing that, so yeah. And Kingdom Hearts 4, I really think it will happen, but it's next year. And let's go to what Nvidia said the unauthorized publishing game list is both speculative and really not that something you should really say it's true, because yeah, it's not. It's neither confirmation or an announcement of any coming games. So yeah, take it with pinches, grains, gallons of salts if you want to. It's a very interesting list, and there's a few other games that weren't on these lists, but I remember seeing on the supposed lists. Another leak was Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key with the key symbol, and yeah, that could possibly be a thing. I don't think it'll be like a full-fledged game, but just to explain the events of Kingdom Hearts Union Key on the mobile game, because that's kind of important. The ending was awesome. And then we have a weird game, Injustice 3 Gods Shall Fall, or Gods Will Fall. It's a very interesting title. I mean, it could happen, but I remember NetherRealm said that the next game that they're going to do is not well, they hinted at that the next game they're working on is Mortal Kombat 12. And that's where, like, I'm not 100% sure about this leak. I mean, it's a very interesting title. Gods Will Fall, very good title, and it's very reminiscent of the Injustice 1 with Injustice Gods Among Us. So Gods Will Fall, very good stuff over there, and it's a very interesting title for me because, again, NetherRealm said the next game they're working on, I think they said that it's not a DC game or something, but yeah. There's also, so another thing that was on the list was, it just said unannounced Square Enix title, which could be fake, of course, a grain of salt and everything, pinch of salt, gallons of salt, but I think it could be Verum Rex. I definitely think it could be Verum Rex, or possibly an entirely new title. It could be another, it could be anything. I think it could possibly be Verum Rex, or maybe, I don't know. It's very interesting. That title, very interesting. A lot of thoughts could be that title, but my only thing right now, Verum Rex. Like, that's what I think it is. But of course that could possibly never happen, so hey, who knows. Anyway guys, that is it for this video. Please leave a like, helps me a lot. Tell me what games interest you, because bloody hell, over 18,000 games. Yeah. Leave a like, helps me a lot. Comment down in the comment section down below what you guys think. Share with friends, because sharing is caring. And most importantly, subscribe to become a fellow Lightning Bolt. You know guys, that is it for this video. And as always, this is Lightning H8. Blaze out.